With the success of the Masters of the Universe toy line and cartoon series produced by Filmation, Mattel decided to try and capture the same magic with a young female audience. Mattel once again worked in conjunction with Filmation to create a new cartoon series for this Girls spin-off. And they designed a new line of action figure-like dolls. This new line, titled Princess of Power, launched in 1984, and we were introduced to the most powerful woman in the universe, Shira. With the help of the feature film Secret of the Sword, Shira was introduced as He-Man's long-lost twin sister. The character was meant to be for girls what He-Man was for boys, a strong and positive heroic influence. In order to make these toys more appealing for their female audience, Mattel made these action figures much more representative of dolls. Shira features rooted blonde hair, which is probably what really makes these figures more doll-like than anything. In order to keep her flowing blonde locks from knotting up, she also included a small brush. Shira also featured some removable clothing, such as her cape and skirt. This allowed girls to not only take their Shira on heroic battles, but also gave the opportunity for styling hair and playing dress-up. Adding even more to that, Mattel released a series of clothing accessory packs, much like you would see for dolls like Barbie, called Fantastic Fashions. This allowed girls to change Shira into all sorts of wild and different costumes. But doll features aside, Shira definitely had action figure qualities as well. The figure stood in the same 5-inch scale as the females from the Masters of the Universe toy line, such as Teela and Evil Lynn. In fact, except for the rooted hair, Shira still seems to fit in quite well. Her articulation is also very similar, but there are some minor differences. The head and arms still have the basic side-to-side and up-and-down movement. The legs are where things are really changed up, as the Princess of Power line dropped the elastic band and instead opted for basic up and down peg articulation seen on many of the action figures of the 80s and early 90s. She does, however, retain that classic power punch action feature, just like most of the action figures seen in the Masters of the Universe line. Shira's weapon accessories included a gold shield that clipped onto her wrist, and a small gold sword with a silver jewel in the hilt. Also included was a gold mask that can clip onto her head in 2 different ways. One way looked more like a tiara, with silver wings framing her face. Flip it upside down and Shira is now wearing it as a mask that helps to hide her identity. Now you may be thinking to yourself that this Shira looks a lot different than the Shira featured in the Filmation cartoon series. While the exact reason is unclear, we do know that Filmation went through several different designs before settling on the final look of Shira. And during this process, the girls department at Mattel probably picked one of those designs and just dollified it. In the figure's included mini-comic, The Story of Shira, she actually looks much more like the toy representation. Wearing the mask over her face, she is Shira. Whereas when it's just the wingtip tiara, she's Adora. Quite different than what became the norm in the cartoon. Introducing Shira to the world of He-Man brought a whole new element to the franchise, and with it, a new female audience. A whole new toy line was born, and the mythos of Masters of the Universe were expanded. This gave children a similar interest, allowing boys and girls to mix and match their favorite toys together to play He-Man and Shira. While the Princess of Power toy line still has a hard time gaining the affection of the male audience, the fact is that the fan base for this line is still very strong even to this day. By the power and for the honor will forever go hand in hand. Until next time.